I will now speak about certain issues which have come up in Indo-Pakistan relations, particularly after the new government in Pakistan headed by Prime Minister Imran Khan has taken office. It's almost 2 months now that Mr. Imran Khan, who has come up with the promise of a Naya Pakistan, has taken office, and now he is working on the various economic issues which are confronting the country. At the outset, Mr. Khan had stated that on India-Pakistan relations, that in case India takes one step, Pakistan will take 2 steps ahead. In response, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had firstly congratulated Mr. Khan for his election, and thereafter sent also a letter to him on assumption of office. All these things seem to indicate that there were some positive developments likely to happen between India and Pakistan, and the India-Pakistan relations were bound to go up. However, there are certain fundamental issues which Mr. Imran Khan failed to address, which have resulted in current status where we find that there is unlikely to be any progress for some months now. In fact, Mr. Khan has gone back on his statements, and is now saying that we will have strive for another dialogue with India post 2019 elections. I would strongly recommend that Pakistan looks first inwards rather than trying to look towards India for opening of the dialogue, because the economic constraints which are coming to the country are also contributed by the Pakistan's policy towards India, wherein it has wanted to project the proxy war in Jammu and Kashmir extending to other parts of India. It wants to have conventional weapons which are far beyond its economic means, and it also wants to progress the nuclear weapons capability, again which is completely beyond what it should have, or what is coming up to its economic means. So in fact, Mr. Khan is today running around in countries in the Gulf. He is planning to go to the International Monetary Fund. A few days later, he is going to China, and the central point of all his visits is firstly to gain some access to funds, because Pakistan's bourgeoning debt is ranging from $12 billion to 18 billion US dollars, and the immediate requirement is for the debt servicing of $12 billion this year itself. If he looks inwards, possibly he will find the solutions where Pakistan does not have to go and run around various countries and demean itself by begging with a begging bowl. And that solution lies if it improves its relations with India. The first aspect is the Pakistan's obsession with Kashmir. That obsession with Kashmir has led Pakistan to launch a proxy war into Jammu and Kashmir, the contours of which are well known. Controlling this dimension will lead to accrue a lot of benefits for the Pakistan economy, as well as polity and the security as well. Pakistan today is verging on the boundaries of being called as a global terrorist state. It is a global terrorist sponsor, and various other adjectives are being added to it, all of them negative. All this is because of his Kashmir obsession and attempting the proxy war in Kashmir, where it has bred certain terrorist groups as the Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and so on, who are all internationally banned groups but continue to prosper. And the Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief Hafiz Sayed has recently been released from any sort of constraints there. Just imagine how much economic benefit it could gain if by controlling and containing these. I think no country will have any challenge in investing in Pakistan. It will be removed from any sort of a controls like the FATF control list in which it is ongoing at present, and that is where I think Pakistan should look for inwards. The next aspect is investment in the conventional weapons and conventional forces. Pakistan today fields a force of 650,000 troops and a huge conventional armory. This whole conventional armory of Pakistan is directed in one direction, that is on its eastern border with India. A deterrent with India will considerably reduce the defense expenditure of Pakistan, and this is where possibly Mr. Imran Khan will have to look at. And finally, of course, the nuclear weapons. Pakistan today is holding much more greater number of nuclear warheads than India. How are these warheads required? And it's investing in missiles and the nuclear capabilities primarily directed towards India. So instead of investing in all these resources, I think the best option for Mr. Khan would be a rapprochement towards India, and that one step should be in restraining and constraining the Pakistani security proxy terror establishment, rather than trying to run around with a begging bowl with countries across the world. Thank you.